I will play this game with Shelder the Conqueror, Hydra versus Aeolus, which we wanted to play a few days ago. I think Aeolus is stronger, but I guess that's what we'll find out in this game. So, Shelder the Conqueror is a very strong player. I've played against them sometimes. So you see, 1000 games, 800 victories, I think. Yeah, I played against them about 20 times, and we're more or less leveled in terms of abilities. Can I let Hydra first? Yes. I think Hydra should go first. And I will pick Aeolus and they'll surprise me. Because I think this will be really difficult for Hydra, but I could be wrong. Aeolus was one of the last powers in BGA, and until then I haven't played much with him. And Aeolus, when I started playing more and more, I saw that he's much stronger than it seems. So, centralized workers, and I have to be careful against this Shelder playing with Hydra, because I remember that I lost a game against Shelder with Morpheus against Hydra. That surprised me at that time. So what do we do here? What do we do? Okay, I will try to connect my workers. Okay, so here I'll build next to Hydra's worker, but I place the wind in this direction, so Hydra cannot go b3, b4. That's the point. And I think, okay, Hydra will build a level 2 here. And I don't know if this was good for me or not. I think I don't like very much the position. Hydra can perhaps use this corner. We'll see, we'll see. So I have to be aggressive here somehow. How can I be? Can I play an aggressive move? Perhaps build here in e4. But then Hydra just moves up. I'll move here. That's not an aggressive move, but it is what it is. And I will remove the wind, as I cannot make use of it right now. Okay. So probably here I will have to build a level 3 over here. Yeah. And I don't know, this is tricky already. So level 3 over here, and the wind. I will not reveal my wind for now. So now Hydra will have to kill a worker. And she kills this one. Okay, I guess the point is to move this worker over here and oh no, that. What? Oh, Hydra really plays this move. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that she will let me move up. So this construction here in b4, it was probably a mistake, but I think I'm not that bad. This worker is a bad position, but... Okay, so... I have to move up, I mean, this is mandatory. And now I have to be careful, because if I build here, Hydra will probably just move to a5 and build in a4 and place a worker here. So what I think I will do is either build in b4 or build in a5 and place the wind south. If I build here... No, if I build here, that's just terrible. So I'll play this move to avoid Hydra, prevent Hydra from moving to a5 and placing a worker in a4. So now I can... I will try to escape with my worker, and I will remove the wind, as now Hydra cannot do that tactic, because these workers would be adjacent. So the position doesn't seem very good for me, but Aeolus is Aeolus. He's a very strong guy, so let's see. Let us see. Okay, I will try to activate this worker, and I will build here and say, if you go to c4, you will have to kill another worker. So that's basically the point. And I'm even tempted to force this worker to go here, if Hydra wants to move with any worker over here. No, I think that's not worth it. I don't know if this was such a great move, because if I was Hydra, I would still go to c4 and probably build in d5. It would cost me another worker, but I think that's not such a big deal. So notice how now Hydra can still play a4, a5, build a4 and place a worker in a4, but I would be able to go to c4 and just tome this square, and then I think Hydra would have nothing. Okay, moves to c4 and builds in d4. Makes sense. The problem here is that this worker is slowly walking towards death. Okay, so indeed we have this move. Indeed we have. Let me see if I should move this worker instead. Probably not. Probably this worker. And I'm also considering not doming this square. No, I have to dome it. And what about the wind? I want to place it. I'm hoping that either it removes one of these workers and then I can somehow use the wind to prevent the remaining worker from moving to one of these squares. I think I'm slowly improving my position. slowly. But Hydra got the best of me in the early game, and that's why she has such a great game now. So yeah, one of these workers I expected to be removed, and now I could almost go to a5 building b4 and prevent this worker from moving here if this worker couldn't build in b4. But that's the problem. So what do I do instead? I think I have to move this one. But where? I'm scared of Hydra creating a winning threat here in a3. Okay, I guess I have to play this and build here, and let's see. Because the good thing about this move is that if Hydra wants to prevent me from moving up, oh, I take back what I said. I thought that, yeah, I didn't see that she could go here. Because to any other square, she would have to remove a worker, but not in c5. Oh, but c5 I can play that move. That was... Sometimes we are lucky without even noticing. So now probably a worker will be born here in b3 after this move to create a barrier. Or even in c2, okay. So the plan is for this worker to go next to b3 and build in a3. That's a pretty reasonable plan. I will go here, and should I build here? If I build here... No, if I build here... I think that's just bad. Bad news. Bad news. I will go b5, c4, but... That's a bit uncomfortable. Okay, I guess I will play here and... What now? And what now? I won't place the win. Yeah, building in b4 was a mistake, I think. So the reason why Hydra isn't playing c2 b3 and building a3 is because she knows that I can place the win to prevent her from winning here. Oh, and another worker. Yet another worker. Okay. Okay, once again, I think I have to do this. I will build here in the center C3 and tell Hydra, if you want to go here, you will have to sacrifice another worker. Yeah. So Hydra is threatening some serious stuff, which is to go to A5, not yet because these workers are adjacent, which is to go to A5 and build in B4 and place a worker in one of these squares. That's dangerous. Okay. I'll play this. I didn't think much about it, but I think this is something close to the previous move. Yeah, Hydra can do this indeed, but I will just place the wind to prevent her from winning. So this, okay, this is not the final move yet, but I think that's what I would play with Hydra. I like to force Aeolus to use the wind, because now I always have the choice. I can always decide to place my wind at any moment. Okay, and I will do this, and this worker is slowly coming back to life, which is good for me. And once again, I won't place the wind because I will wait for Hydra's move to place the wind. Okay, once again, I will either build in C3 or in A1. I think I like C3 more. Hydra will probably move here and build in B2 and place a worker over here. That is very scary, but we will have to live with that. Yeah, it's scary, but I think I can deal with it. Or I can even prevent Hydra from moving in this diagonal by placing the wind south east. Because this worker and this worker cannot go over here. That seems good. If this worker moves up... Ooh. Okay, but this worker can go here and build here. Should I be concerned about that? I probably should. No, I will build the dome here. This is too scary. Too scary to have. And like this I keep my possibility of moving with this worker to the center again, which is always a good move to have. I perhaps could have placed the wind in southeast, preventing both these moves. Oh well. So will Hydra play this move of building in a3? I can see this worker in the future trapping itself in this corner, placing another worker over here and me losing because of that. Okay. Hydra doesn't do it. Does not. And if she doesn't do it, I mean, I have not many choices. Not those many choices, but I can almost build here and place the wind south. That could almost work, but unfortunately it doesn't. I'm not saying I won't play that. I will play it, because I have to do something. But I won't place the wind. Once again, this is an invitation for Hydra to move up. But this worker will be centralized, and thanks to that, a lot of workers will die. So this is not easy for Hydra as well. As she keeps thinking of a way to break through, but it's not easy. It's not easy. And this is what she finally decides to do. I can think about moving to d4 and building in e4. That seems a move. But I guess Hydra can just go to e4 and build in e5. What I can also do is to build a level 3 here in c3. And that's what I think I'll do. So, in the next turn, Yeah, I guess. In the next turn, Hydra will have to kill a worker. A move I was afraid of was either moving from a5 to a4 to a3 and building a4. That's a move that I'm a little bit afraid of. I don't know if that would be good, but because eventually either will have to remove this worker, yeah. Now I can finally have some initiative. But what to do? I have to think carefully about this move, as this can be what will turn the game around. I don't know, this is tough. I have a lot of possibilities, and I don't know if any of them is good. I will probably just build over here. I'm not sure about that. Hydra can defend here with this worker. Okay, I think I like this more, because like this, if Hydra moves this worker, okay, she can go here and place a worker here. I'm not sure. Not sure about that. Yeah, but I think this can work. So I have to place the wind in this direction, of course, to prevent this worker from moving up. If this worker was in a level 1, okay, this is a big if, but if this worker was in a level 1, I would be in a very good position. Of course, this is a big if. Okay, I was expecting this move, but I think now I have a move in my sleeve. Okay, I don't have many moves at this point, but this move, so going here, building here, and removing the wind. I don't know if this will work, but if this worker move goes here and builds in the corner, I just move up here and build here. I'm not sure. These workers can create a barrier, but not for long. This is the thing with Hydra. You can. Okay, I'm expecting a block in d3. That's probably a much better move than a block in e5. These workers can create a barrier, but not for long, since they are adjacent. Hydra will have to remove workers and... Okay. This move. So the point of this is that if I go to e4 and build in e5, prevent Hydra from winning, I cannot win myself as well. And this might be winning. Might be winning. If I'm not... A big plan would be to build a level 3 here, and then just to stop this worker from moving here, and then a dome. I would separate this worker from these constructions, and all of Hydra's work would be gone. But I'm afraid I cannot do that. So here the plan is to move to A2, build in B1, and place a worker over here. Ah no, these workers are adjacent. Oh, so that's not available, which is good. But I should still move up. Oh no, I see what Hydra is doing. Okay, another plan C2, B2, and build in A2. That's bad news. That's some bad news. And I think I can't do anything. Yeah, because if I move this worker out of here, Hydra will just go to B3 and build in A2. And if I go to E4 and build in E5, like I said before, I cannot win in E5. Because I would have to place the wind south. So I guess we'll just finish this, place the wind in this direction, and yeah, just to say that I would win in the next movie if there was one. Just so that I can say that. GG. Yeah, Shelder always surprises me.